Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports North Football video, and today I'm going over my Week 5 NFL predictions for the 2023 NFL season. First off, we have the Week 4 recap. Pretty good week for me. I went 11-5 in Week 4. Lions over Packers. I had the right score for the Lions, but I was a little high on the Packers. Jags Falcons. I had that score pretty good, but I gave the Falcons a little too much credit on offense. Rams Colts. I had the Rams winning 30-27. They lost 29-23, or they won 29-23. So that was probably my best score prediction of the week. Bengals Titans. I had the Bengals winning, but the Titans ended up winning 27-3. I was very far off on that one. Ravens Browns. I had the Ravens winning 23-20. They ended up winning 28-3. Fun number, by the way. But I forgot that Deshaun Watson was injured when I made this. So yeah. Saints Bucks 15-12. The Bucks won 26-9. I will be betting for Tampa, most likely in close games in the future. But I didn't believe it until this game. Broncos Bears. Of the Broncos winning 34-26. They ended up winning 31-28. So that was a pretty close one as well. Steelers Texans. Of the Steelers winning 20-19. Texans are another team who I won't be underestimating offensively anytime soon, because they ended up winning 30-6. Eagles Commanders. I have the Eagles winning 31-20, and they won 34-31. Commanders offense definitely outplayed my expectations. Viking Panthers. I picked 40-23, ended up being 21-13. Chargers Raiders. I picked 33-27. It was 24-17. So I was about 10 points off on both teams, but I had the right point differential. Niners Cardinals. I had 34-23. It was 35-16. So I was pretty close on that one. Patriots Cowboys. No. Chiefs Jets. I was pretty close on. I took a touchdown away from the Jets, but if Kansas City had scored on that last drive instead of kneeling the ball, I would have had the right point differential. And then Seahawks over Giants. I had 43-27. I had a pretty close point differential, but I was about 20 points off on both teams. For Thursday night, I have the Commanders beating the Bears 37-20. Washington's offense has been great this season, and the Bears' defense has been horrendous. I think Washington's going to go in there, and they're going to have a very strong offensive performance, and they're going to get their third win. In London, I have the Bills beating the Jaguars 34-27. I think that Jacksonville's going to have a very strong game. I think that they're going to start trying to turn it around in the upcoming weeks. Their season has not started as well as people expected it to, but I think that the Bills game is going to be a get-right game, even though it's a loss. They're going to get right on their offense. They're going to have some good defensive plays, but ultimately I think Buffalo's still going to win the game. At 1 o'clock, we're starting to have fewer 1 o'clock games because there's more bye weeks. We got 6 this week. We got Dolphins Giants, Patriots Saints, Colts Titans, Lions Panthers, Ravens Steelers, and Falcons Texans. The Dolphins got 48 points scored on them last week. I think this week they're going to try and reverse the script and just demolish the Giants. The Giants can't score unless it's the second half of the Cardinals game, so I don't expect them to score in this one either. I have the Dolphins winning 48-3. I was originally going to say 70-20, but I decided to put a more realistic score. Lions Panthers. Of the Lions winning 40-23. From now on, every time the Panthers are playing an explosive offense, I'm going to put the score as 40-23 until that score happens. I think that it's going to happen at some point in time. The Panthers offense is pretty decent, and their defense, although their defense has played well, I think that a strong offense could have a very strong game against them. So 40-23 is going to be the Panthers score every time they're against a top 5 offense. Ravens Steelers. I have the Ravens winning 30-22. I think that this is a pretty fair guess. The Steelers had a couple of bad games and a couple of great games. I think that they're going to do okay this week, but ultimately the Ravens are a better team. I have the Patriots beating the Saints 17-16. I'm most likely going to regret that in 5 days from now. Colts Titans. I have the Colts winning 34-26. I think that this is a tight game. This is probably the most difficult game for me to pick. On one hand, the Titans have played okay, great in 2 games and terrible in 2 games. On the other hand, the Colts have been consistently decent in every game. So I think the Colts have the advantage here. I'm picking the Colts. Oh, this is wrong. I hadn't thought this one through. I think that I'm picking the Texans in this one. I'm not sure why it has Falcons or why that's the score. But I should be picking the Texans in this one. and I was going to say it was like 30 to 20, 24, something like that. I think that the Texans have a better team than the Falcons. I think they've been more consistent, and I think that they're going to want to improve to 3-2. Moving on to the 4 o'clock games, we have Cardinals-Bengals, 20-17, Chiefs-Vikings, Eagles-Rams, and Jets-Broncos. These are all very good matchups. Cardinals are the team that people expected to be bad that are good. Bengals are the team people expected to be good but are bad. They're both 1-3, and this will be probably the most important game of the season for both of these teams. Being 2-3, you can make up from that. Being 1-4, that's almost impossible to catch up from. This is a must-win game for both of these teams, and I think Arizona's going to do it. Chiefs-Vikings have the Chiefs winning 27-23. Minnesota, I think, has a chance of winning this one. I think that Kansas City has not been that great this season, and I think that the Vikings have a chance of going in there, scoring a lot of points and winning this game. But ultimately, I'm going to pick the Chiefs 27-23. Kansas City needs to start looking at Kansas City at some point. I think it's going to be this week. Eagles-Rams, I have the Eagles winning 33-22. I really wanted to pick the Rams in this one. I really do. But the Eagles have just been so consistent, and they've been able to fend off every push that their opponents have given them. I think that they're going to do it again this week against the Rams. It's going to be a high-scoring game. The Rams are going to get their points, but I think ultimately the Eagles are going to win. And last, we have Jets-Broncos, the worst game of the week. I do, in fact, have the Jets winning 13-11. What is that score? I really have no idea. I think I just made something up that didn't make any sense, because that game's not going to make any sense to anybody. The Broncos have an amazing offense and a poor defense. This week they're going to have a great defense and a very poor offense because they're playing the Jets, and that's just how it works. Sunday night, Niners-Cowboys have the Niners winning 30-24. I think that Christian McCaffrey is going to have another phenomenal game. I love having him in fantasy this year. Great pickup. And Dallas, I think, is going to put up a fight. It's going to be close. But the Niners are just more consistent this year. Dallas, the first time. The Niners played the Rams, but neither of these teams have played a team that was good last year and this year. This will be a deciding game for who the best team in the league is, because it's one of the first games where we have two good teams playing against each other, except for the Bills-Dolphins game. If the Niners win this one, they are most definitely the best team in the league. If the Cowboys win, then it's a very close call between the Cowboys and the Eagles. Last but certainly not least, we have Packers-Raiders. I have the Packers winning 24-20. I think that this will be a close game. The Raiders have kept every game close. They have a pretty decent offense. Their defense isn't bad. And ultimately, they're going to stay in the game. But I think that Jordan Love's going to want to have a comeback game this week. He's going to want to have a good performance after last week, and the Packers are going to get it done. And Aaron Jones is going to want to have it better. The whole offense is going to want to be better this week, and they're going to do it. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.